right, welcome to Maneater Chapter 4. I hope you're having a great day. We're going to do something a little different today. We are going to start off with the 8 landmarks remaining in this area where I will not talk very much, and then we will jump back from that to the regular walkthrough. So check it out.
Until local police departments settle a dispute over jurisdiction, these two remain a popular attraction for selfie-seeking snorkelers.
Transition into the 4th landmark out of 10. Biting's not working out, it's not aiming, so we are going to use the infamous tail whip that I said I never use. But there you go. Finally used it.
Orca versus giant squid. Boat versus pylon. When establishing dominance, the contest is usually a deadly one, with survival as the prize. The threats to our ocean seem overwhelming, but by working together now, we can ensure that future generations always have a place to dump their old tires.
That's kind of sad, but probably true for what's going on in our world.
While most know him as the friendly face of Captain Winky's Fish and Chips, in real life, the pirate was a genocidal monster who murdered and enslaved thousands.
So now we are officially over halfway. Got 6 out of 10. Moving on to the next.
As with many social movements, the annual Driftwood Man Festival purports to foster progressive change, but it's really just an excuse for hippies to flout public nudity laws. Spring of '73 was a magical time in Port Clovis, when local favorite Trash Talk placed 20th in the Derby and the city placed 1st in the country.
If I ever get a horse, I'm gonna name it Trash Talk.
Handyman special overlooking breathtaking panoramic lake views, open living with vintage appeal. Call Deborah.
Right here, we are going to knock out that license plate. We will not be back to pick that up during the walkthrough section. It was almost impossible to avoid as you come over here and get the 10th landmark, so I figured I'd just include it right here as we wrap up these landmarks. And since I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and include this little combat with a barracuda. A barracuda picked a fight. It wanted to give us some grief, and we are not going to let anything stop us from getting our shadow teeth. And that rhymed accidentally. But yeah, we're gonna give this barracuda the work. If we can catch him, they're fast AF, and we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. This is the 10th landmark. It's gives us our evolution, as you can see.
I would like to assure the Antolini crime family that this footage will in no way be used in the final edit of our program.
So right here, we are teleporting back to the sanctuary, equipping the shadow teeth, and getting right into the walkthrough. And look at these quests and decide what to do.
A school of barracuda frequents the waters around Trash Island, where they enjoy a steady diet of hypodermic needles and used pregnancy tests. Several grouper have made a home near the retired nuclear cooling towers. This is a great opportunity for the shark to test the theory that exposure to gamma rays gives you superpowers.
Now, does this mean that we will get superpowers, or that these groupers already have superpowers? Or if we eat these groupers, does this mean that we will turn into She-Hulk Shark Rosie? Either way, that's the mystery I'm more interested in solving, as opposed to going and picking a fight with fish that have been eating hypodermic needles and pregnancy tests. That sounds kind of gross. I'd rather see what happens over here with these groupers. And this grouper is a 3-part quest. It is a group of grouper quest, if you will. And we will be doing all of these quests to finish up this portion of the walkthrough. But right here, I'm going to kind of show you what the shadow teeth do. As you can see, you have a little more animation when you bite something, and your bite damage is increased, which is amazing in itself. Just having more bite damage out the gate. Cool. Great upgrade in itself. Here's the kicker. Every time you bite a fish or a human or anything that you fight that's going to give you protein or fat or mutagen or crystal mineral, you will gain health back. So if you're getting your butt kicked in a fight, just take a bite out of the guy, get your health back.
Is easily distinguished from other species by their smooth, scaleless bodies and signature whiskers.
The best thing about it is it combines with other perks like protein synthesis, so which gives you more healing when you eat creatures that are protein based. So those bonuses also apply to the shadow teeth, I believe. So you will be constantly healing. You run a perk set like protein synthesis or the mineral digestion, and you add hardy, which gives you more health. And these teeth, you have a larger health pool. Everything you eat heals you. You're healing more, just keeps you in the fight, allows you to take on more complex predators, and it's just so good. And that's why it's my favorite upgrade to get. As you can see here, we're gonna pick a fight with the shark, and there's not shark, an alligator. We're gonna pick a fight with an alligator, and there's two of them here, and that seems pretty scary. But look, we eat one grouper and our health is pretty much full again, thanks to the teeth. And I think we're just gonna grab the grouper and go here, because picking a fight with these gators might be a little much. There's 2 on 1. We're still pretty low level, but we'll see what happens here. Let's see what we do. Will we try the shadow teeth? I don't know, because we keep getting grabbed and thrashed by the alligators, and I have never had this happen as many times in the entire time I played this game than I have in this one section I tried to record for this walkthrough. I had probably been grabbed maybe 2 or 3 times like that when I played this game in its entirety, but when I started recording this walkthrough, it seems like gators were constantly grabbing and thrashing me, which is fine. But yeah, no, we're gonna give these gators the work. They're making us mad, and that was a little funny thing. I don't know if you guys caught that, but that gator was glitching on the wall. That is pretty much the only graphical glitch I've seen so far in the couple hours I've played this game, and that was kind of funny to me, honestly. I don't know, I'm easily amused, but yeah, I like little graphical glitches like that don't really hurt the game or break the game. It's just, you know, something that didn't pass quality control. But I'll tell you what did pass quality control is the fun factor. This game is so much fun, as I've said a million times already, and you can tell that the tripwire really made this a game a labor of love, and the spiritual successor to Jaws Unleashed. Feels so good. See there, I got grabbed again. I am not prepared. You are not prepared. I'm really not prepared for this. So there, it looks like we've got a barracuda on us too, like a whole squad here trying to feast on the beast that is Rosie. But we are going to knock out that gator, which that other gator hit us, and I think I've mentioned that before in previous episodes, that things can hit you as you're finishing things off and mess up your animations, and it denied us that sweet alligator spin kill animation. So we are got to punish this offender. You do not get to escape with your life for denying the sweet viewers of Cheats Disabled's walkthrough that kill shot. And there we go, finish that off. And you want to make sure when you kill something bigger than you that drop these meaty boy chunks, that you pick up these chunks. They give you more protein, also give you more experience. You need that. We need that. We need to level. That is something that we have to pick up. We need those proteins. We need that stuff to enhance our evolutions. And we are going to dive down 47 meters below. Possibly more than that. I'm not sure. I don't have the depth finder on right now. But yeah, we're diving down in here. There is a bunch of stuff in these areas. This is a complex system of tunnels with lots of goodies to find, and I promised you that we would find everything this game has to offer, so we will. We're gonna find everything that these tunnels have, and I am not gonna leave a stone unturned. And it looks like a barracuda wants a piece of Rosie, and they are gonna realize that they should not want that. But as you can see, every time we get hit, when we bite, we are healing back up. Mark it on the map for you so you know exactly what cache that was, because honestly I didn't expect to hit that. Yeah, I was trying to finish off the barracudas before I marked that on the map for you, but we accidentally got hit that instead of the barracudas, so you got to see where that is. And now we are level 7, which means we are halfway through our teenage years, that we are approaching our junior year of high school, or Shark High School I suppose. And yeah, we are halfway to being an adult. We finished off these barracudas. We're gonna look at the mini map and decide where to go, and we are going through this tunnel here, looking again just to make sure, going to make double sure that we're going the right way. And of course these tunnels are full of aggressive fish, so this is why I was so adamant about getting these shadow teeth, because there's so many things here that want to attack you as you're trying to get this stuff, that it only makes sense to be able to constantly heal and not have to worry about chasing a catfish or a turtle or something like that that might be scarce in this area, to try to stay in the game here. So as you can see, we've completely replenished our health every time we get hit, just in doing damage. Such a valuable skill. I can't say it enough. I probably said it ad nauseum at this point, but I'm sorry for that. I'm verbose. My bad. There's the license plate right behind us. I think we just ignored it, but we will come back for it, I promise. I got a little hyped up here to go get this nutrient cache, because this is always seems to be difficult to find for people. So I was like, oh gosh, I know exactly where it is. I'm gonna grab it for you guys, show you right on the thing. And there it is on the map, so you know exactly which one we knocked out. We knocked out all those in that area over there.
An insatiable fish. The bull shark is 9/10 appetite.
And I am embarrassed to say that I don't know if I go back for the license plate. No, I do. Okay, good. Good. All right, I went back for the license plate. Not terrible. Sorry. Should have got it when I first dived down, but we are going back for it right now. Sorry I let you down. Sorry, Rosie. Grab that license plate. I don't know why the license plates don't have any kind of narrator voiceover. I think it'd be interesting if they talked about who the car belonged to, or what kind of car it was off of, or how it got here. I mean, it'd be kind of interesting. At least a couple, maybe. I don't know. But maybe that's something they'll do in Maneater 2 or DLC. I hope there's DLC for this game. There's more. I would play more of this game if there was more. I've enjoyed it quite a bit so far, but I've said that ad nauseum as well. We are making our way through these tunnels, and here is yet another nutrient cache. That is our 4th out of 14. Yes, 4 out of 14. Right there, I jumped through an alligator fight because it was about a 3-minute fight, 3 to 4 minute fight of just tediousness. Honestly, it was a lot of dodging. The shark was dodging so much, and the gator was dodging every attack, and it took about 3 times as long as every alligator battle that we've had so far. So I decided just to cut it out. You've seen us fight alligators, you've seen us fight 2 alligators. There's no point in making you sit through a long, boring alligator fight that had really bad RNG on the dodges for me. So yeah, so sorry if upset you, but I think that you're probably better off not having 5 minutes of boring of a boring fight, which doesn't happen very often. The fights don't ever feel boring, and that fight wasn't even boring to play. It was just boring to watch back. And yeah, so Swimming through here, more tunnels. As you can see, these tunnels are very lengthy and complex. We've gone down, we've gone through, we've gone back up, we've gone back down, and here we are grabbing the last couple of grouper in this area. And these two gators are back. This is where we first started, and we fought the two gators, and they're back. And I decided I am not.
This is a great opportunity for the shark that exposure to gamma rays gives you superpower.
And I am not gonna fight these gators again. And yeah, the voiceover was just the same thing. We've already heard about the superpowers and the gamma radiation. So we're gonna move over here to the second part of this quest, which is further out, where we kill more fish that have been radiated with gamma radiation. And these areas with these fish are full of aggressive protein giving fish, which is good and bad. It's a little annoying to have to constantly battle fish in these areas and make it difficult to get the grouper because the grouper spread out every time there's conflict. But it is also good because we do need an abundance of protein. We need to level those shark teeth. We need to level Hardy. We need to level the sonar. Those are the abilities that we need, and protein and different minerals and fats and mutagens are what we need to do them. So we will take our opportunities to snack and level and get through to an adult life as quickly as possible. We just got a couple more of these fish to snack on. One more, and of course the gator messes up my rhythm there, but at least I know better to not pick that fight. And we got a barracuda on us too. So let's see what we do here. Do we go for the kill, or do we just look for the last grouper and get out of here? It looks like we're just gonna go for the last grouper and get out of here. Valor is the better part, or discretion is the better part of valor. I almost said that backwards. Maybe intentionally, probably not very bright. So we finished part 2. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna pick up some stuff on the way. It just makes sense to grab these nutrient caches and things that are along our path as we go to part 3 of this quest. Swimming with sharks. Now, I don't know how you guys feel. Perhaps if you're watching this video, you can leave in the comments below. Would you ever swim with sharks? Would you get in a shark cage and dive down in the water with your little mask and your oxygen and have the sharks all around you? Would you jump in with the baby sharks and with the shark bite suits? I don't think I would do either of those things. I just know that it wouldn't be good for me. So I wouldn't do any of that stuff, but I have a lot of friends, and my girlfriend especially, who wants to get in a shark cage and dive in the water. She loves sharks, and that is a lot of the reason why we picked up Maneater in the first place. It was kind of we always get the games I want, and this was like the one game I've heard of her being super excited for and paying attention to for months. So we picked it up for her. I am really glad that we got it, because it's well, obviously I like it enough to do this walkthrough. So, and you're watching it, so if you're enjoying my walkthrough, you can thank my girlfriend for getting me this game and getting me into it. And if you're not enjoying my walkthrough, I don't know why you're here for part 4 and 20 minutes into it, but I'm sorry, and she's sorry too. We dive down in here, get this other nutrient cache. That's 6 out of 14. We're gonna mark that other question mark. I'm not sure if it's in here or we gotta go back up. I'm not 100% sure. Ugh. Yet another fight. These barracudas are relentless, but as you can see, as I've said, you can just see as we get hit, a couple of bites, even before we finish the fish off. Finish the fish off. That was really hard to say. We get our full health back, just from the shadow teeth residual effect, which is great. We got to swim up. These are always a little tricky. You gotta lunge, you gotta go down, then lunge up, and then jump. And sometimes it can be a little tricky. You gotta dive down a little bit enough, and you gotta kind of get the right angle on your shark to get up and over, because otherwise if you get up, you might get stuck. And if you jump, there you go. You gotta lunge, jump, and then jump, so you can get back over that thing and into the water. And you're gonna see a lot of complex jumps coming up in the next episode as we go for license plates in certain areas. It's pretty rough, and it takes a lot of practice. And honestly, I will cut out a lot of the practice I did, because yeah, I spent 5 minutes trying to get one license plate in an area, and you might too, or you might get lucky. But after I finally figured out how to make it work, we jumped right ahead. But you'll see that coming up. But here's a nutrient cache 7. Yeah, 7 out of 14. So we had half of the nutrient caches.
Consuming anything that's vaguely edible.
And here we are going to knock out that other story quest since we're here. Just makes sense. You know, I know said that we weren't going to worry about the hypodermic needle and pregnancy test eating fish, but we're here and we're going to finish it off because it was on our way, and we didn't want that smoke, but they brought the fire, and so now we're bringing the thunder. Rosie the shark doesn't play games. If you want static, you better be ready, because she's got the shadow teeth and she's ready for the beef. And again, kind of rhymed. Again, that was intentional. I'm not even lying.
Barracuda frequents the waters around Trash Island, where they enjoy a steady diet of hypodermic needles and used pregnancy tests.
Barracuda down. We're picking up those chunks of beef, those meaty boys on the ground, so we can get even more protein. Now, what are we gonna do? Got a little derailed here. I thought I was gonna stick with only the group requests, but we're gonna do the stuff on the way, because that just makes sense. Efficiency is the name of the game, folks. Actually, Maneater is the name of the game, but efficiency is something that I like to have when I move through a game. And if I'm going this way, I might as well take out these hunters who are gonna shoot at us anyway, right?
That's our shark.
Gotta love these little... These are like kill quests, basically, because no matter what, you're killing things, whether it's fish or people. Little assassination quest. I guess that's probably why they have the targeting reticle as a quest icon, because we are locked and loaded with all the shark ammo we can handle. This boat is a little tougher than I expected. It seems like we bit it a lot, but there it goes. It finally went down. It seemed like it didn't show any damage, which just might have been a random thing. It didn't show much damage, but we apparently had done a lot of damage. This one thing that's kind of neat is the different kill animations, and again, referencing my girlfriend. My girlfriend is the one that pointed out that if you hold down the bite, you can drag someone underwater. So if you're playing on PlayStation, you hit R2 to bite. If you hold it, you can hold on to somebody, and then you can hit submerge to drag them under the water, and they will the sounds will reflect that the person is underwater, which is really a nice attention to detail. A little morbid, but pretty neat nonetheless. You know, I appreciate the fact that they put in different animations, like the tossing the person up in the air to finish them off. And here we are getting nutrient cache number 8, I believe, right? Yes.
Demonstrates the importance of getting enough minerals in her diet.
So we are over halfway through with the nutrient caches, and we are moving on to where the grouper are. We are getting closer to finishing this quest and moving along the water. This game is so beautiful in so many different ways. That is such a cool just picture of the city. You know what I mean? It's very synthwave, which is my aesthetic. If you haven't been able to tell yet, that is very much my entire vibe, is the whole Outrun synthwave thing, and that's why the music that starts and ends the videos are of that, because yeah, that's messed up. So that city gave me serious synthwave vibes, and I love it. And it's just another reason why I really am just digging this game as we move through it. All right, we're going in here in this gate. This is for reference. This is right where we got landmark number 10 at the beginning of the video, and there was that license plate as we came in in case you skipped the landmark part. Right there, we flash forward a little bit because there was a bunch of fighting going on with these barracudas, and again, it was another one of those RNG giving us the grief as everything was dodging all our attacks, and I just kind of wanted to move through it to not bore you with tedious fights because there's a lot, and you still get about half the fight nonetheless. But we finished them up. We got the license plate in this room, and now we're gonna keep moving it for the groupers. There is a lot of transitions this video. There's been more transitions in this video than all my other videos combined. So yeah, hope you like transitions. It's me getting turned around a little bit because of that tedious fight. I forgot which direction I came in, to be honest, and I went down the wrong tunnel, which led back to the outside, but that's not where we want to go. We want to go this direction so we can continue on to get the rest of the groupers. Dive down, and this is where the groupers are. We'll just move through. The good thing about this is they all confine to this room, so even when they spread out from your battling other things and eating their brethren, they don't really have a long ways to go. They can't get that far away from you because they're contained into this room. So it's not as bad as the other outside areas where they can spread out pretty far and you're almost better off like swimming away a little bit and letting it reset than you are trying to chase them down. Six, so we're halfway done. We're kind of avoiding the battle fish, but we will, they get in our way, we'll get them. Almost done with the grouper. One more grouper left. And we get another barracuda picking some static with us. That's a gator, actually. Blurred in with the dark there. There's a gator. We'll give him the
Eye of Lorenzini in the shark's head. Allow her to sense differences.
The gator bit us. It prevented us from finishing off that last grouper and finishing the quest. But we have a barracuda in here, and this is why I got kind of confused, because there's a couple barracuda in here. There's so many enemy fish here. I feel like we've killed 2 already, and there's still 2 left, and a gator. It's kind of a lot for a small area. There's that gator. He's done, or she's done. I don't know. I don't know what kind of gator it was, but it is done. And we are gonna get that last grouper and finish up this quest. All right, that turns us level 8. As you can see, this crate cannot be taken down until we evolve further along our evolutionary age path. So we will be coming back here at a later episode to get what is behind that crate, which I assume would be a nutrient cache. I'm not 100% sure. It's a question mark. We can't get close enough to it to find out. We're going to teleport back to the sanctuary. We're going to do some upgrades, and we're going to end this episode. So I just want to say thank you for all the support on my videos so far. It feels so good as a brand new content creator to see a couple hundred views on the first video. It's just an awesome feeling. Thank you for all the kind words of support on Facebook and Instagram and on YouTube. So happy that you're here. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're staying safe out there in this crazy world, and we will be back with episode 5 very soon. I hope to see you there for it. Thank you again for checking us out. Bless.